Hey, Rick, good to have you back. Jennifer Goodwin here, ssbamerica.com. Rick being one of the top constitutional lawyers in the country. And very quickly, we want to just talk about the difference between a bar attorney and a constitutional lawyer. So tell us what the difference is, Rick.
Okay, the bar attorney, the bar stands for British Accredited Registry, okay? It's not a license to practice law. They're actually with the British Accredited Registry, they're listed as an esquire under the Crown. So they're basically acting in treason against the Constitution, okay? When you hire a bar attorney, this is in the law books, you're listed as an idiot, or excuse me, an imbecile of unsound mind or an infant, and it automatically gives the court jurisdiction over you. Now, as a constitutional lawyer, I go in under the Sixth Amendment as assistance of counsel, which they cannot deny you assistance of counsel. The Bar Association did not become a fixture in the United States until 1909 in Chicago, Illinois. And then it spread through the nation like a cancer cell. And it didn't, I know for a fact in Texas, it didn't hit Texas until 1939. So these members
all part of the bigger plan to take down America eventually, which is what we're seeing now.
The violations, and with all the things that go on in the courtroom that are majorly unconstitutional. See, they put you into contract law. That's how they get you, is playing contract law, and they try to kick out the Constitution. The whole thing is you walk in there under their consent, or you basically unknowingly are consenting to any charges that they're throwing at you. And an attorney is going to, his first oath is not to his client, but to the court. He's there to protect the court. My first, as a assistance of counsel, constitutional lawyer, my oath is to my client, to protect my client against unlawful advances by a corrupt judge and judicial system. That's the best way I can explain it.
Wow. And I bet there's a lot of good bar attorneys out there that their heart is in the right place, but it's just important for the individual business owner in this case, and an individual who wants to, go shopping, to understand that a constitutional lawyer how do you say it again?
Assistance of counsel.
Assistance of counsel has your back and is backed by the original law of the land, which is the Constitution.
Correct.
For the United States, not of the United States. And that a bar attorney, unfortunately, unbeknownst to some of them, but beknownst to a lot of them, they are acting under the bigger picture, which is, you have the globalists that put that registry in place after 200 years after the Constitution. So you have
it actually goes back, if you don't mind me stepping in, it actually goes back to in the original 13th Amendment, which was drawn up in 1809, was the reason for the British attacking us again in the War of 1812. They came over when the thing was, nobody with a title of nobility can participate or be a member of government. So that's the whole thing there. That's why they came and burnt down our courthouses, burnt down the White House. But it was enacted in 1819, and it was in the history, or it was in the law books all the way up till 1858, and then it mysteriously disappeared after we call it the Civil War, but it was the War of Secession. Okay, a civil war is two people fighting over the same piece of property. All the South wanted to do was succeed and say, we don't want to be a part of the Union. So we've been given misinformation majority of our lives. But as I was saying, the bar attorney is there to protect the court. If he does not protect the court, that's how a bar attorney gets disbarred. So that's why they don't go against. And then he loses his livelihood. And he never knew that he could practice law as an assistance of counsel and not be beholden to the bar. There's no such thing as a law license. I've got documentation like you wouldn't believe that I've brought into court and shut the judge up faster than anything. They've always said, well, Mr. Martin, do you have a license to practice law? And I'd stop and I look at him. I said, well, do you have a license to practice law, Judge? Well, of course I do. I'm the judge. Prosecutor, do you have a license to practice law? Well, of course I do. And I said, may I see them? And they pull out that bar card. And I said, that's not a license. That's a membership. There is no, to be licensed, the state has to license it, not a membership board. So whenever you hear licensed attorney, it's a lie. It's an absolute lie. I've got probably about 40-page documents proving it's a lie. I'm backed up by the Supreme Court showing it's a lie. And we've been lied to for so long, misinformation, and people just go along with being cognizant dissidents when they say, well, how can you practice law and not have a license? I said, because there's no such thing. Well, you're not a member of the bar. I said, that's the right thing. I'm not a member of the bar.
You're on the right side of the Constitution, and we know
that's correct.
We know as truthers, all of us truthers, we get attacked, and people try stuff like, oh, well, does he have a license, and all these BS. It's like a broken record. It's like they're given a handbook of how to be a troll and how to be a bot and how to to say the same thing over and over and over to discredit us. But let me tell you this, folks. People like Rick and I are working for free. I have taken my whole agency and my teams around the world. I pay them out of my own pocket to build sites like the SSB America and the Coordinated Citizen and other sites and do other things. Rick is working for free. That's the only reason he has a GoFundMe. I've already verified Rick from multiple other good people, sheriffs and people that have come to me and said, I know Rick, great guy, stand with him all the way. Us truthers are not trying to sell you anything. We're trying to save you, your kids, your family. I don't even have kids. I don't even have a husband or a family. So what I'm doing is for other humans, and what people like Rick and all the others behind the scenes are doing is to save humanity. So if you think this is a bunch of horse shit, you're sadly mistaken. You really need to wake up to what's going on. So I really appreciate you giving us yet another piece of information, real information, going back to the Constitution, going back to the reason that our founding fathers came to this country and set up a free nation, a free republic.
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Not just the Walmarts, not just the giant shops, the Targets, the Walmarts. I mean, I'm kind of bloviating here, but it's justice for all. How can you shut down the small mom and pops, which is the fiber of our great nation?
That's right. Because they're trying to cripple us to usher in their bigger global agenda. And if people don't see that, they're going to see it one way or another. They're either going to see it because they're waking up now, or they're going to see it when your family members and friends are being shipped off to be forcibly vaccinated. So one way or another, they're going to see it. But we hope that you see it now, and that you band together and you do something about it to stop it now, to cut the head of the snake off now.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks again, Rick. I'm sure we'll talk to you soon. Keep up the good work, and God bless you.
God bless.
All right.